Addiction is a Family Disease by Jillian Priest. Addiction is directly affecting Ohio. It is taking loved ones away from one another and is drastically changing who they are. In 2016, the Center of Disease Control ranked Ohio second in overdose deaths. The national average is 13 out of 100,000 deaths are overdoses. Ohio's is 3 times that. 39 in 100,000. 25% of deaths in Cuyahoga County are due to drug overdoses. This was a fact that a local news organization found. This is how many people it is killing in just a single county. Addiction is not just a life or death scenario. It can change people's personalities drastically and dangerously. The first and most often personality trait is denial. The addict will begin to think that they are in control of their addiction, without really realizing the addiction is in control of them. If they think they are in control, they will not seek out help and continue down a dangerous path. Denial does not just happen to the addict, but to the family and loved ones as well. They will deny that this individual is an addict by ignoring obvious warning signs that they are giving off. And this continual denial will lead to the delay of support and help that this person needs to overcome addiction. The second personality trait is helplessness. This is often transitioned from denial. The addict finally feels like they are no longer in control of their addiction. They will feel as if they are unable to do anything. It is often said that they are at the mercy of the drug. The addict will constantly be feeling stressed and fear for their own life. The families will feel helpless as well. They will often not know what to do and feel as if they are unable to help. The third trait is dishonesty. Addicts will begin to lie. They will lie about where they're going. They will lie about why they need money, and they will do so by guilt-tripping the person they're asking. They will say it's for clothes for their children or food to feed themselves and their children, anything to get an emotional response so that person will give them some money. Addicts will also steal from their families as well. They will take money, valuable items, heirlooms, anything of value that they can try and sell for money or trade, just so they can get their next high. The last and most tragic trait is abuse and neglect. The addict may neglect their own child, and the child will often go hungry. An addict will also neglect their own well-being, mentally and physically, in the pursuit of getting their next high. And due to them wanting to get their next high so quickly, they are more likely to contract HIV due to their constant needle sharing. How do we stop a problem that seems so massive? We take preventative action and donate to our local organizations dedicated to eradicating addiction. One of the best things we can do to help addicts is to prevent them from becoming addicts. Teenagers are risk takers, and taking risks is what being young is about. Unfortunately, teenagers that take part in alcohol and drugs at such a young age are more likely to become an addict later in life. The more you partake, the more likely you are to be an addict due to the neurological damage that you're causing. These teenagers that partake, they are disturbing their brain development, causing their brains to be more vulnerable to addiction later in life. This can help be prevented through education, through teaching others what drugs and alcohol do to your brain. Another great solution is to donate to local organizations like the Ohio Citizens Advocates for Addiction Recovery that are dedicated to fighting addiction. The Ohio Citizens Advocates for Addiction Recovery are local to Columbus. and are dedicated to getting people through treatment. Not only do they help support those who go to recovery and rehab, they help educate the people about addiction so there are less misconceptions and they know how to help someone in their family who may be suffering from addiction. Unfortunately, there are barriers from using these solutions to help addicts. One being that there are other charities that people donate to. These organizations were the most donated to in 2017. The Young Men's Christian Association, Salvation Army, Task Force for Global Health, Feeding America. Most people are going to donate at the national level instead of the local level. The more we get people to donate at the local level, the easier our solution will take hold of this problem. Addiction is a family disease. An addict's problem affects everyone around them. Addiction is not a life sentence, though. Through education and local organizations, we can prevent addiction and help those in need. We can make a change.